Hey there, guys. Now that I've got Dio, we're going to be going back to the final JP Dark Visions number 30 boss, Ruby Rose, and we're going to be trying to improve our score a little bit. So here's the party we're going to be using. We're going to be dropping from the original clear that I did. We're going to be dropping Kuja and Dark Cecil, and taking the new upgraded Dark Rain, and then Dio for the leader skill. Now again, my Dio is only EX1, so this won't be like the best ever. But we're going to give it a go and see if we do decently or not. So, to start off, we're going to use turn 1. On turn 1, the boss does 3 AoE physicals. We can only Mirage 2 of them with Dio, so we're going to use Vlad to summon Golem on turn 1 for the mitigation. We're going to use Sephiroth to go ahead and shift and stack his LB here. Then we're going to do, let's see here, Dio is going to just whatever, and then and then fill his LB gauge, and then double Mirage the party. We're going to use Hawkeye to break the boss so we take less damage here. We're going to use Dark Rain on Carbuncle to thunder resist for next turn, and Fina is going to wind resist for next turn. So this turn is 3 AoE physicals and then a bunch of single target physicals. So we Mirage 2, and then we evade the rest with Hawkeye. And then the rest of the party is either evading or mitigated with the stuff we did. So this turn, we're going to get the chain count score out of the way. So Sephiroth to the base form, where he'll just blue wave. We're going to use Dark Rain to just do his cooldown this turn for modifier boost. We're going to use Fina to put up the field. We're going to just blue wave with Vlad. Then we're going to shift Dio and start stacking his LB. And then Hawkeye will triple Absolute Mirror of Equity as well. And we're going to target the skeleton just to get him out of the way, to also not deal too much damage on the boss. So go ahead and do this. And 100 count chain score done, and skeleton is gotten rid of. Oh, so this turn, by the way, is thunder and wind damage. We are immune for the buffs we did. Fina did a 100 wind buff, and we're using 80 or better thunder resist on everyone with the 80 Carbuncle buff. So let's get ready for killing next turn. So Sephiroth will do all his good power-ups. We'll go ahead and use Dio to just LB on the boss first to stack up. We don't want to chain this, of course. Hawkeye is going to Needles, because there's an AoE physical coming in this turn. Rain will use his 150 Amplify and then double focus. Dark Fina will this turn do Killer buff for human, as well as imbuing the party. And then Vlad will shift and do his shifted LB for the field. It also does his modifier boost and all that. Okay, so an AoE light attack this turn. Okay, not a problem. We Miraged it. Let's see. So now it's the kill turn. So we will do setup on you and burst. Fina will do her SLB for the big buffs for the party. We'll SLB Rain, LBU, LBU, and then Sephiroth will shift and cap. Now we're going to focus on the main girl, obviously, but the little guy will die to the AoE from Vlad. Okay, so timing here is a little tricky. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, you wait. Hopefully I did all that properly. It looks like I did. Okay, that should have been good, I hope. Let's see. So I might run this like once or twice more to hope for a better variance. 11.4. The first clear we did 5. So we more than doubled our damage with this new party. I'll run it like once more and just see what happens. I'm not really super worried about like variance chasing on the JP server, but that was certainly better than the first time. So Dark Rain with his Amplify. I mean, do you see the difference a 150 Amplify makes over a 45 amp? So like Sephiroth and Dark Rain with our 150 Amplify are doing stupidly high damage. Unfortunately, Dio only gets his Amplify at EX2, so that's a big problem there. Hawkeye is just a support chainer, and then Vlad does not have a 150 amplify. So yep, I'm going to go ahead and run it one more time just to see what variants. Wow, we went up to rank 600, which is... Imagine if we had an EX2 Dio. We'd be at like rank 5. I'm kidding. We'd be higher though. And I'm going to run it one more time to see if variants made a difference. Then I'll show you the gear. So be right back. Alright guys, let's see if we do better than 11.4. So U, 2, 3... Alright. And let's see what happens. See if variance was kinder this time. 11.4 to 10.9, so basically the same thing. Better the first run, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not really going to variance farm this, and I might still go for more, and just a breakdown of the second clear. There you go. Same-ish thing. Vlad hit harder that time, but whatever. Anyway, I might go for like EX2 Dio still. I'm still deciding. That'll increase my score dramatically. Anyway, here's the team. So the whole team is... I'll show you unit by unit. So on Espers, Vlad is on Golem to summon it for turn 1, so we take less damage. We're on Ashura for Dark Fina for the field, and then the rest of the Espers are just as... Oh yeah, Rain is on Carbuncle with plus 80 Thunder Resist buff learned. The rest of the party is just optimized Espers. Vlad in the base form is full evasion to take 0 damage on turn 1. Other than that, he is at 0 or better wind and 20 or better lightning. There we go. And then Blue Wave for support chaining and a lot of Esper fills. We have Espers filled up automatically every turn. And then there we go. Shift form, he is using maxed Human Killer and then 10,000 magic with Dio's leader skill. There we go. And Dark Fina is full evasion to take no damage on turn 1. 0 or better wind, 20 or better light. Other than that, she has some Esper fill to fill the Esper gauge, and she does support stuff. Dark Rain has 20 or better Thunder Resist, 0 or better Wind. He's not evading, so he does get hit on turn 1, but doesn't really matter. Double-handed Spear build, maxed Human Killer, and 12,800 Magic. There we go. Focus, etc. With his upgrades, he does really high damage. Dio in the base form, full evasion, and then we don't actually stay in this form for the Thunder turn. Full evasion, other than that, literally whatever. Shift form has 20 or better Thunder Resist. We're getting that from Alexander. Maxed Human Killer, maxed LB damage, and 10,400 attack power. There we go. And, yep, at EX1, he is not great damage. EX2, way better. Hawkeye in the Shift form, double-handed Greatsword build, 250 LB damage, 200 Human Killer. Passive Provoke Evasion, 20 or better Lightning, 0 or better Wind. He's our Provoker. And there we go. There's his build. His damage was absolutely abysmal. But he was the Breaker, and that's a really big deal. Sephiroth in the base form is 20 or better Lightning, 0 or better Wind. Titus Estimar start in the base form, Blue Wave, and then Shift form is does get hit on turn 1, but with the mitigations we're okay. Maxed Human, maxed LB, 14,200 attack power. There we go. There's the build. There's the setup, and yeah, we did high damage. So okay, if I get an EX2 Dio within the next 8 days before this closes, I will run it again and get even higher. See you in a bit.